All right, day 2. Batteries charged?
Batteries charged. Let's roll.
Right.
I'm excited, man. Just gonna go around and make a lot of casts, and spots we know some big fish live, and whatever happens, happens. That's all you can control. So,
all right, sounds good.
Let's do it.
All right, so the conditions have changed from when we left this spot at the end of the day yesterday. What adjustments are you making based on, which, you know, we're just seeing mud.
Yeah, we
A lot more mud. The rivers, we actually launched or pulled in where it was dry out there.
I'm actually going
coming up
to some bigger profile baits, a bigger trailer. This is for when I get to some a little bit clearer water. I'll probably go with this more natural Project Z chatterbait with the 5-inch diesel minnow.
Nice.
But when I get to, as you can see over there, I got a jackhammer with a white, you know, it's a white and chartreuse jackhammer over there with a 5-inch diesel minnow for that stain. And I might slow down to a 3/8 because that does give them more time. But the spinnerbait, I'm still throwing a 3/4. We have a lot of wind, but it's gonna fish a lot slower because I have this wide willow leaf color chartreuse blade I put on to match it. Yeah. And I also have a bucktail tied trailer hook on there. I want to put that on today too, and it looks like a tail, gives it a bigger profile. So if they're missing it in that mud, typically, hopefully,
strike is gonna get it right there.
Hopefully they are not going to miss it today. And that's a big profile. Look at that thing. It reminds me of a fly. You know, on the end, that's just a nice tail. It's gonna be kicking.
Yeah.
It's all muddy. We can dip it in, but yeah, got a good game plan. We'll see what happens. They should be setting up a little bit more predictable today with the higher water.
Fish that you have the score to settle with is like...
Yeah, right in here. I do have a score to settle with that fish.
All right, it is 7:25, and Drew's still right there on the launch, waiting for 7:30 to launch. While he's waiting the last couple minutes, let's take a look at the Omnia fishing app. We're gonna look at wind. That's the story of the day. Boat positioning. I think his game plan to throw chuck and wind baits like jackhammers and spinner baits is a smart one. For the water clarity for sure, but also for the ability to see some of those spots out in the middle, you know, that he was throwing topwater on, throwing the Chapo on. It's gonna be really hard to identify those. So the wind is significant. It's gonna be significant today. So let's look at that. And really what this is gonna tell you is, let's look at some areas, where it's really zooming along here pretty good. It's going to tell you that if you need to get out of the wind, that you're going to be less so on this bank and more so on that bank. But I think he's going to figure it out one way or the other. You ready to go, man?
Ready to go, man. Ready to go. Ready to get it on.
Okay.
And then ready to be done and go back to the hot tub again.
Yeah.
It's cold, man. It's windy.
It is.
Once I get going.
It is chilly. It's brisk.
I'll get warmed right up once I get going.
Yep.
And I will not want to go back to the hot tub. I want to keep catching smallmouth.
Right.
Hopefully we can do it. You know, it's pretty murky. We got the stuff ready for murky water. Just got to find where they position based on a little bit of rise in the river.
Yep.
Usually that's not too hard to figure out.
No. I actually like muddy water because, you know, you had fish in the clear water that would slash at the Chapo. They're just testing it. Smallmouth don't miss. They just test.
Yeah.
In muddy water, they don't test. They just grab it.
So, yeah.
There's less likely, you know, it's just less likely that they're picky about it. They just want to grab it because they know that if it goes a short distance, it's going to disappear from them. So they commit better in muddy water, in my opinion.
Yep. I mean, on the one hand, I had a good thing going, you know.
Yeah.
With the clear water and the spinner bait and stuff, the clear water spinner bait on wood, just burning it, real shallow. But so that's kind of a bummer when you had a pattern, you know, pre-fishing, and it's all dialed in and everything changes. But I actually feel like when things change, I'm pretty good at adapting, you know, compared to most anglers. It's more just my experience. It's not much more than that really. So hopefully that'll actually be a good thing in the end in terms of where I stand in the field. So I just got to go find them and hopefully execute today.
Cool. Let's do it. 2 minutes.
Yep, 2 minutes. I mean, this having a torpedo or any motor, it's a motor thing, but this torpedo is just awesome for the river because it's on the stern here. But for windy days, for boat positioning, I can just sit here and use my feet, and I may hit that target, and just keep myself in position, hold myself really good. If you don't have this, I don't know what you're doing right now today. Honestly, I don't have a clue what somebody's doing paddling. They're just getting blown around. It's very hard. I mean, you can use anchor wizards and stuff like that, but man, the speed and efficiency of this thing is unreal. And that's not a sales pitch. It's not a gimmick. I was just telling Jeff this off camera. I'm blown away by how much I can fish and how fast I can go with a torpedo. Down. Dude, that fish ran right at me the whole time. That's number one. And I'll take it. It's probably 15 and a half, 16. 16 and a half.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, guys, number one. I should have done that, sorry. That was cold and wet.
Now I gotta clean the lens.
I'm gonna have to go here, get me all nice and right there. Let's go. It's not very big, but Mike, he doesn't look like he's chasing bait. He does, but he doesn't. It's weird. He's on the side, like, that's weird. It's not big, so I don't know what I'm doing, really. Look at him go. I don't see the bait flipper. He's ahead of him. There we go, I'm ahead of him. He doesn't even care. He's only 14 inches, but I don't know what he was doing. I never saw a bait jump, and look at him, he's still going. See that? It's the weirdest thing ever. Did you get that?
Yeah.
So weird.
Hey, Jen. You're in an active eddy.
He's acting like he's chasing bait. He's on bait flipping.
That's 16 and a half. Where was he in this?
About right here, kind of where the two seams of these islands are kind of coming back together.
Yeah.
There's a rock in front of me that's got a little bit of it's a ridge, like a ledge rock, so there's a little bit of a depression below it. I think he was about right there. You're right up here.
Yeah, right there.
So, we'll see if that pattern holds true, you know? I would say. Good, she got this. How good this hook is on the jackhammer. I'll hold her up so you guys can see. Now they're closer. See, we're pushing 18 there. I was gonna make sure you clean off any dirt and grime right there, because that is. I don't know if she is gonna touch 18 3/4. It's definitely 18 and a half. So I'll get that picture. But maybe. Maybe if I do everything just right and get the photo at the right time, maybe I can get her to touch right there. See, she's touching it. I think she was. She's touching it there, and her mouth is closed. Quick, go. Photo. All right, I took a bunch. I think I got it visually. I can see it was still touching the line, so I think it's an 18 3/4. So that's awesome. And 2 fish hooked and 2 fish in the boat. That's a lot more I can say from yesterday. Ooh. And now we're kind of on the pattern here. So that last fish, I have no idea if this is a thing or not, but I slowed down my retrieve. I was about to make an adjustment on the motor, and all of a sudden it hit when I slowed down. So look, it's just a sample set of basically 1, but I'm definitely going to keep trying it. See if it works again. Up and find it. Here. They're all coming right at me, dude. Every time they hit, they're coming right at me. 16 probably. I think she's gonna be like 16. 16 and a quarter.
So Drew, if you were to look at all three of your catches, what common current characteristic or speed do they have in common?
They've been on more the tail end of these holes, the back end, and I think when the two current seams are kind of coming back together as well.
So the lower end of the calm water, the more downstream end of the calm water?
Downstream end, yeah. I'm still fishing the other stuff to kind of keep it honest, you know, but at some point you're just going to start running what you know.
So one factor is how warm or cool the water is going to be in terms of a trend. And with the wind coming across, I'm going to show you something on the Omnia fishing app here that actually shows the water temperature. If you look at, let me zoom back out, one side of the river that is more wind protected. This left bank we have, 72, but this side they got more of the wind, is 4 degrees cooler. I don't know that I actually agree with these absolute temperatures, but I absolutely agree with the side that has more wind protection has those higher values than this side as you move up. So that absolutely makes sense. Take an intermission, go to church.
Yeah, stop and say a little prayer for it. I'm gonna pray for a 21. If I can be greedy and say 22 or 23, it's a 21. That's all.
I think that's how it works.
Top water a little bit. Caught one on this island yesterday, so we will see what happens today. Guys. So this hook point right here is dull. I was just checking it. It's kind of dull. You can see it actually bent over. It's just not sharp. It's bent over. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, it pricked me, so it definitely can still work, but it's dull. And I don't have my hook sharpener on me, which is something I always bring. I got a spot on the shoulder where it actually goes right here, but it's just me not being prepared on that one. But I could sharpen it, but instead I'm just going to tie a new one on since I have a new one. And I just do not want to lose a fish. As a matter of fact, I did lose a fish just a minute ago, and that could have been the reason. So I'm going to make sure that's not the reason I lose any more. Spinnerbait's gonna get him. be 18.
That's a wide fish.
Very. And without long, and I even like her to be out when I was trying to get the hook out of her. Just gonna go 18 something here. Get that rod out of the way. Probably 18 and a half, yeah. 18 and a half. It's a nice fish. 2 over 18. 2 fish of significance. That's really a tongue twister. We need to find a better way to describe FOS, fish of significance. You guys tell us on the Little Stuff YouTube channel. FOS or something better. There's got to be something better.
What does it matter?
It doesn't really matter. All that matters is you catch them. You catch a FOS or whatever you call them. The fish that really matters.
It's more words, but they are the ones that matter.
They are. That's right. This is what got it done. Jackhammer, 5-inch diesel. We need 3 more of those. 3 more 18.
You banged into that wood, didn't you?
I did. I rolled right past a big trunk, and that's a clue to what's going to be hopefully happening further upstream. The only issue is maybe that we're on an island, so the water's clear out here in the middle, and the water on the bank is certainly muddier, but we're still going to try it. So, because they're there. We know they're there. Like that's all my woods, my best spots up. Upstream. Yeah, I'm gonna try to make these casts out. I wish I had a 7-foot rod now. I might have 7.3. Cold. Oh, it might be 17. $17-ish. Nice.
So you switched from the jackhammer to the spinnerbait, huh?
Yes, I switched to spinnerbait. It's kind of slowing. It goes a little slower. I have to hold by that wood a little bit longer, especially when I put that wide willow leaf blade on it.
Yeah.
Chartreuse one, so I switched to spinnerbait, and spinnerbaits don't get hung up in wood as much as chatterbaits do, which is still pretty good around wood, but when it's muddy and you can't really see exactly where the wood is, spinnerbait's a little bit better.
Is this your 5th fish?
I think I already have 5. Maybe not. Maybe I don't. I thought I did. I thought I had 3 that were 16, and then 2 that were 18, but this one's almost at 17 and a half probably. Flop here. Put your tail on the board, dude. There she goes. So it's 17 and a half, but I don't think she's going to touch 3/4. She's going to have to get the exact right angle. This is going to be challenging. They're going to see that blade, you know. That's going to be easy to cast out all that. Really. This is actually where it gets deep on the side. Wood up here looks awesome. Stop doing it. Yeah, I really been feeling good about the strategy and the pattern we found. Give up on patterns, on other patterns. It's really long, and that's why you don't give up on other patterns. First fish we've caught at the head of an island, and all the rest have been kind of the tail ends or on wood. you got to keep it honest, because it's not like every fish in the river moves the same exact pattern. Yeah, sure, the majority of them might, but you got to keep those other things honest. Don't waste a lot of time, obviously, but it was worth making some casts. It just looked right. So that's a long one, dude. I didn't think it was that big. I just boat flipped it in. It's just really long. Let's see if I can see how long. I'm like 19 3/4. It's a good one. Just gonna go 19 3/4. It's bigger than anything I caught yesterday. Jackhammer. One more. Safety. You can never have too many of a fish this big. Nice and long. It's not as tall as some of the other ones, but it's a nice long, good kayak tournament fish.
Nice going, man. Jackhammer fish?
Jackhammer.
Excellent.
They hit like a freight train. I mean, absolutely freight train. I don't know what to do. I can't get out of my kayak. Where the in the grass. Come on. Here, over here. Over here. God, that thing hit hard, dude. Oh my God. Thank you, bro. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's a giant. Oh, the jackhammer fell out. It just fell out. Wow, with all that torque from towing over the grass. It's another giant. We've got them loaded here, guys. Loaded in this school. First place may not be safe if this keeps up. That felt like a springtime bite. You know, when you just feel the slack in your line? It's gonna touch one, I bet. Clean it all off quick for him. I'm gonna get one quick safety. Got it. Now let's pinch her to 20. She's gonna touch right there. She'll touch. Just gotta make sure her mouth is closed. I'm gonna have to get it with this. She's gotta be very delicate. Like if you know the fish is 20, get 20 out of it. Right again. So hopefully my phone will work now. Okay, so here we go. Tail's down now, perfect. Tail's down, I think the mouth is closed. Just snapping a ton of them. I think I got it. I got enough photos to look through and check it out. But that's a giant Susquehanna River smallmouth. That's the reason you come here. There's no place like this on earth. 5 good ones today, guys, so we will see what happens. I want to get her back in the water because there's a giant right here. Keep going. Get 100. Why not? Let's get 100.
So that's your lunch.
Lunch.
You just open up a chunky soup. Just, yeah.
That's good.
Did that.
It's good, dude.
All right.
So good. You know how hungry I am? Anything tastes good right now.
You just
But it's hearty and it's quick.
chugging the chunky.
Chugging a chunky on the river. It's a sponsorship opportunity here.
So
Campbell's.
chicken, corn chowder. Nice. Just calories, right?
I missed a fish. I threw back in there and caught that one. So whether it's the same fish, I don't know. But I have a theory. There's a buck over here. Oh, that was a fish. See, look at the wake. It hit grass and I pulled it out, and all of a sudden the fish was big. Dude, you know what I'm gonna do? Pull it. Another good one. Another good one. No. That was almost a disaster. Should have just boat flipped her right in. It's barely hooked. That was almost a serious disaster. But I got her. And so you lose some you shouldn't lose sometimes. And you catch some that you maybe shouldn't have with that. Another big one. You can edit that
going in.
It's going in. It was not good. I thought I had her right under the belly. We're just gonna flop her in. This is a tall fish. I mean, extremely. Look how much taller this fish is than that 20 I just got. You know, it's ridiculous. But it's a coal. Nice and long though. 18. God, this is a tall one. It's like a snapper. This thing looks like a snapper. 18 and a half. Shoot. Go to photo. Where's photo? All right, that coal's at our 17 something. Look at the girth, man. This thing's ridiculous. Just let her go. Wait, I'm below the. I'm gonna let her go. Let her go this way so she goes that direction. Yeah. Good. She's going up.
In the grass.
All right, keep that thing rolling. Here we go. Look at this, given all that torque, check your equipment, guys. Look how bent out this hook is. I mean, I'm horsing them over all this stuff, and you know, this will happen even to a jackhammer which has a stout hook. So I'm gonna bend it back. There we go. Straighten up my bait and get back out there. This is so much fun. This is what's cool about fishing. Your day can change. The last Bassmaster tournament, you know, in La Crosse, I found a school of smallmouth with the last hour of the day. Ended up, you know, top, I think 6 or 7 finished. It's kind of what's happening here. You just got to relocate them, you know? And it's awesome when they stack up like this. Just finding the right cast. It's like right about there. About midway through this cast, I just get going. Let's stop right there. Good one? That was good. I think this fish is going to help. No help. Man, this wind is nuts. The first one hit pretty close to the front of the island. I mean, it followed it pretty darn close to the very front here. All right, this is I'm putting all my fish in one album on my phone. That's how I like to do it to keep it organized. I just don't want to mess anything up. So I'm gonna swipe to the very last photo. Usually my last photo is one I know is good. So I'm swiping to my last one, which is right here. And I'll go one more over. Just gonna check that it's touching. Yep, it's touching the 18.25 mark. Mouth is closed. So then I go click on this little button. Again, this is just me, it's how I do it, but add to album, I click new album. I'm gonna put Susky Bassmaster Day 2. Boom. Save. So that's one. Now I'm swiping, I'm looking at my time. I know I take a picture in between. Here's an 8:08. So the time changed. You saw I had 8:02, now it's at 8:08. But I always take a picture in between, so now I know this is a new fish coming up. So 8:58, it's not one that matters, it's a 16, oops. So I'm gonna keep swiping until I see the better one here. Here it is, 9:32. And it was, yeah, it was touching the line there. So let's see if we don't have like a, yeah, that's clearly touching the line. The mouth is completely closed. And click this button, add to album. 2, that's number 2. All right. So 9:32, 9:57. It's another one. So that one, I don't think we need that one anymore. It's a 17 something, but I don't think we need it. Here's one that's going 19.75, and I'm gonna wait and go to the very last photo. What? 10:47. Yeah, this is it. It's a long, skinny one. Yep, touching 9.75. Mouth's closed. This will make it easier to find on Tourney X when you do it this way. Browse, and now I can just go albums right there. You see I hit albums, Susky Day 2. Just start going. This is the, you can click on this to double check the length, look at it. Yep, 18 and a half. 18, whoops, 5.0. Submit catch, submit to leaderboard, and the net. Let's go to number 2. There's photos, albums, Susky Day 2. This should be the, I think this is the 20, just to check. Yeah, this is touching 20. Catch, this is already being accepted. You get notifications. So number 3, was this one 19.75? I'm sure I remembered. Yeah, 1975. Done, submit. And we're done. You can always go over here to manage catch when this is done. Here you can go to manage catch, click on it, and just confirm. And they've already all been accepted. No, sorry, it's day 1. Day 2 is down here. The signal's kind of, there we go. So 3 of them have already been accepted. They're judging these 2 right now. So there you go. They're all in there.
So you need to call an 18.5.
I need 18 3/4 to call. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's keep rolling and see if we
All
can
right.
make it happen. It's 11:30, so plenty of time to make it happen and get up to high 90s or 100 inches. So it also feels really good just to get all the fish in, have them submitted, just in case something happens to my phone, I drop it, break it. At least those fish are in, and you know, I don't have to worry and stress about it. All right, keep going. You can actually stay right there if you want. Well, we probably need to roll for this. Hit this wood right here too. I hope it's gonna cool though. I don't think it's gonna cool if it's 17. Ish. Not even. Probably 16. Bad time. There he is. Should be close. I don't think it's gonna pull. No pull, 18 inches. Seriously, like a dream scenario. Like no one's in sight, nobody's in front of me, and this is like my favorite thing. Catch them on wood. There we go. Catch up, catch up. It's tall, that's why we thought it was. It's so tall and fat. It looks like it's a lot longer. It's about 18, 17 3/4. So look how tall that fish is. And fat. I don't think it's gonna pull though. This is when the day gets fun, when you just start catching like 16 or 17. And you don't care, you're like, I don't need it. 16 and a half, maybe, not even. Not that big. I mean, it's really a fun way to fish when you're throwing a chartreuse blade spinnerbait in stained water like this, because you can see it the whole way because of that chartreuse blade, and you can see when it disappears. You can see it come out and hammer it. And obviously, good polarized glasses here. Got from Smith Optics. You can put all those things together, and it's one of the funnest bites you'll ever have on the river. Basically, when I come up to a piece of wood, you got to see with the way it's laying and how can you get it to cast like parallel with the main trunk of it, or if there's any, you know, sort of like bunched up, I don't know, vegetation or leaves or whatever, just kind of trash, right? You want to get your cast across that parallel with that stuff, and that's all I'm doing, is just kind of waiting to the right spot where I can move my rod. That is one good advantage to the 7'6" rod, which isn't my typical rod for short little casts like this, but I can move it left and right, kind of steer my spinnerbait if I don't make the perfect cast. And yeah, basically just keep it parallel with that structure as long as you can, and just let it flutter and slow it down. You got to rip it at the beginning to make sure your blades are working properly and you don't get grass on it. But once you know it's working good, you can slow it down and just hold it in that zone as long as possible. You know, guys, so I definitely think it's important to keep this in mind about, there's a lot of brands out there that support, you know, tournament trails, you know, Yak Attack, Torpedo, folks like that are in the kayak fishing industry. And I just would say try to support them because they're supporting us. And that's really what's helping grow the sport. And when they're putting funding into these sort of events and things like this, you know, we couldn't have all this fun. This is an awesome adventure. So try to support them when you can because they make incredible stuff. I mean, that's the first reason. They make quality stuff. And of course, they're also supporting us. Yeah, I'm gonna go hit below there where it kind of starts to peter out a little bit. I'll hit my good stuff over there.
So we're getting mud out in the middle, which is weird because we did get mud on the bank from the tributaries, and I think so this is them releasing water from the fabridam. And you know what, the beginning of that I think coincided with his flurry of big fish activity. So the fabridam is this inflatable dam at Sunbury, and they inflate it early in the season, and towards the end of the season, which this is October, they deflate it. It makes a big recreational area of pulled up water like a lake. People put their pontoon boats and jet skis on it, and this is the end of the season, so they're deflating it, and it's given us quite a bit of flow here in the middle that's beyond what we would have gotten from the recent rain. An artificial rise. Did you just get busted there?
Yeah, I am on. I'll make y'all hold. Fish there. That's the little dinks that we're probably hitting. 17, maybe not 16 something. 16 something, but they're loaded in there. I mean, when they hit it with having a crank to your reel, that's a jackhammer. You know there's a lot in there. Watch this. Right at you, dude. Unreal. Feels like a good one. Feels like a good one. Not as good as we need, but it's still a good fish. It's good. Solid. 15, 16. We gotta get a big one out of here, guys. I know there's bigger ones here. Size, I think. Hope I'm wrong though. It's not, you know, I can tell that. Good fish though. A little taller, I guess. Fat. Come back on this side.
It's the 1/2 ounce jackhammer?
Yeah. close. Might be 18 though. I don't think it's gonna call. I think it's gonna be, it's tall, but it's not long. Just move all these out of the way. Figure out what she is. Oh, maybe. I think it might call. It's worth a crack at calling here, putting it on the board. I'm getting her to touch 0.75. Sweet. Mike can pinch it and get it to go 19. I don't know. I think if I got it, I'll look at it later. It's a good fish though.
It's at least a 1/4 inch call.
Yeah, at least a 1/4 inch call.
You can look at it later and see if you got to that 19.
Yeah,
it's definitely
maybe.
1875.
Yeah, there's only, oh, there she goes. I mean, you can only do that so long. You want to be good on the fish. You know, be nice to the fish. Yep. You don't want to hold a fish out of the water much longer if it's going to touch or it's not, you know. So
Right.
I just took a bunch of pictures while I'll go back and look at them later. So. Oh God, it came off. Dude, they are literally hitting and coming right at us. That one, I mean, you don't know, they were coming down the stream. So.
Are you actually feeling it like bump along the bottom some?
Yeah, I think it's hitting like the little pebbles and stuff on the bottom. And they're in that pebbly spot, clear spot. You know?
So you're not burning it over their heads. You're not running it through the middle water column. You're kind of slowly letting it.
Yeah.
But the blade is still doing its clicking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Cutback, I remember catching on there before. That's just little fish the head of that grass. Some of the head of that grass. Not very big. I didn't think water was coming through it. It might be. Not as I do. I don't know. It's gonna be close, but not, I don't think quite long enough. Nope. But there's more up there, hopefully. It's definitely not even gonna come close to culling. Pretty fish though. I mean, just a thick. That's why I thought it might cull. Look how tall it is. Guys, they are loaded right now on the head of these islands. I mean, it seems like there's fish generally around the head of some islands all the time, but right now with the water, with the rising, they're just stacking up. You would think they would be behind the island. You would think, you know, common sense, oh, it's rising, it's moving real fast, the water's getting colder, so we don't want to be in a spot that's so, you know, has so much current like the head of an island, but they're there. Just don't know if it's big. We'll find out. Looks big. Not like that big. It's not big enough. It's not big enough. It's the smallest one out of here, maybe a 16. That feels like head shakes. Oh yeah, that was a big head shake there. Coming in. It's 18 and a half. Yep, 18 and a half when I pinch the tail. So not even, give me a 20. Just a little, right before the grass. Where I can see the underwater grass right before, right there. Where they are. I think it's gonna make it. Not gonna make the team. Whoa.
Dude, that's a call.
You think?
I do.
I don't know, man.
I
Let's
do.
see. Jeff thinks it. They're gonna be 18.75, right? Let's see.
And I think your call is.
Yeah, dude.
I think your call is 19.
I should check. I haven't submitted the other one.
We had that one that you hit 18.75. Didn't you have two that
Yeah.
were 18 and a half?
I'm gonna take a picture of it though. It's 18.75. It's crazy.
It grows.
All right, 18.75. Go. Go. Yep, 18.75. I don't know, man. Here we are again, trying to squeeze it to 19. All right. All right. Maybe a cold, maybe not, but good fish. Either way, we're gonna get back in there. They're fired up. Let's go. Go that way. This is unreal. How many big fish are right here. Dude, if this would happen yesterday, we would be. I needed this. I don't know about my ability to find fish in changing conditions. And I don't know. Maybe the rest of the field's smashing them too. But I knew that I could fish the moment, you know, basically, and hopefully find them on the rise. And we have. Today's been awesome. We've had 90 inches multiple times. It's right when it gets to this island. Right as soon as it gets to where that grass rises up. There's one there. A little bit before my spot. Here she is. Call it every time. How many fish stop anyway? How many fish are there? The reason I'm saying that, I've seen this before. It's not like there's a deep hole right here. It's not a deep hole. You would think a deep hole or a big hole would have a bunch of fish, and something like this. Oh shoot! Good. It's making it wonky. Alright. Might have to just. There we go. That might fix it.
He has not called that in that, but he has pictures to call those.
Ain't stopping now. Can't slow down. I can't believe they just come up out of that grass right there. There's like a rise. There's supposed to be like a steep little rise, you know, up to that where the grass is at the head of this island. Oh! Oh, I got hammered way out there this time. That felt like a bigger fish, I'll be honest. That felt like the one I caught earlier was 20 when it hit. It may not be, but it hit it as hard as that one did. I don't think it is. Still a good fish. Still a good fish. Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of got to go over and measure. You know what I mean? Like, look. Well, pushing hard, 18 and a half. Yeah, it's 18 and a half. 18 and 3/4 maybe. But I think I got that covered, you know what I mean? So.
You just pulled like 3 18.75s out of one spot.
In a matter of like 2-3 minutes.
Yep.
It's crazy. Good fishing on with the GoPro right here. Crazy. Alright, we're good. Let's let her go. This is wild. I can't believe how many smallmouth are in that spot. Come on. I just can't understand. I'm not saying smallmouth aren't dumb, but they are dumb sometimes. I just can't believe I'm ripping it out of here. They keep biting. Like that one just missed it. They just keep biting. I don't understand it, dude. How many fish are here? Who's pulling me towards the island? Oh, it's dying. Well, I don't think so. I don't think so, but it's another good 18. 18. Put her back in. We got to get in there quick because we're almost fighting time now. We're gonna be at some point. It's just silly. The best head of island experience I've ever had was this island.
Yeah?
The water level is basically what it is right now. Very first island we fished. This one kind of has a little bit of a feature like that. On the right side there's a little bit of some depression.
How do you think you did, man?
I moved up in the standings some. I just don't know how far, but I did. I had a fun day, man. That's what matters, I guess.
Yeah.
Had a fun day.
I'm really happy with what I filmed.
Awesome.
That's the day. Today was the day I was hoping to have with you filming.
Yeah, exactly.
And I appreciate you letting me tag along. I will tag along a little bit more. We'll go to the awards ceremony.
Yeah.
See how this all shakes out, man.
Thanks for filming, man. It was awesome.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yeah. I enjoyed it too, man.
So much fun. We'll see what happens.
All right.
In sixth place, taking home $1,675, had 90 inches on day one, 96 and a quarter inches on day two for 186 and a quarter. Last year's Bassmaster Kayak Series Angler of the Year, Drew Gregory. Drew, appreciate you. Drew, obviously, needs no introduction, but I want to go ahead and just let you have the floor and talk about your weekend and just, what makes this for you. Everybody knows this place is special, but it's special for everyone in a different way. What is it for you that just drives you bonkers?
I think for me, what drives me crazy about this place is just every time I've seemed to come here, I've lost big fish that would have potentially given me the win. I've always had success here, kind of like Christine said, always had a lot of good tournaments here, but it's so hard to win at this event because you have to execute, because everyone's going to get a bunch of big bites. So that's the story of my tournament. Practice was, kind of low 90s every day, and it wasn't even hitting my main stuff at all. Just avoided it, hit stuff around my area that I knew I could reach now that I have a torpedo, and this event allows motors, obviously. So I said, well, let me expand and see what's near there and just fish through water, but always getting low 90s. So I said, well, I'm going to hit my good stuff after letting it rest. I hit it. Day one, right off the bat, Jeff Little, thank you again, buddy, for filming me all week here, or last couple of days, I guess. And he's got it on video. I lost a couple giants that definitely would have me in the mid, upper 90s. So that's what drives me bonkers, is how hard these smallmouth fight, how big and strong they are. And, of course, when they get away, they just break your heart. So, but I love it. You love it, you hate it at the same time. So
yeah, we appreciate you being able to. We just lost the stream. Apologize, guys.
that's all right.
But obviously, we appreciate everything that you do, Drew. You put in a lot of hard work to get where you're at, and we appreciate you fishing this event with us. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just want to thank my wife at home taking care of the kids. Thank the good Lord for making the place as beautiful as the Susquehanna River. Thank you, Steve. Thanks to the Susquehanna River Valley. You guys are awesome for hosting us. We really appreciate it. And all the guys at the house, you guys are awesome. We had about 10 guys stay at the house. It was a ton of fun. And I have to say, I'm not going to list it and talk about all the sponsors. I've been very, very blessed and fortunate to have a lot of partners. So if you want to follow me on social media, it's Drew Gregory Fishing. But I'll just say a couple here real quick. Z-Man, I caught everything on Z-Man baits, jackhammer, sling blade spinnerbait. I did catch some topwater fish yesterday. And then I could not have done it without the torpedo. I mean, seriously, I mentioned it before, but especially the Innovative Sportsman rock guard. If you're fishing this river, you don't have that rock guard, and you don't have the grass cutter or the steering bracket, I'm telling you right now, you're missing out on what that Torpedo can really do. It's an unreal tool for this river. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to say thanks to everybody. Oh, and the Crescent kayaks, of course. I saw so many shoalies out here, Crescent shoalies. I was blown away by how many were out here, and I was blessed to design that kayak. And so just thank you guys for getting in that kayak and having fun and enjoying the river in it like you guys did. So big congrats to the guy who wins this thing. He's a good dude, and glad for him to stay with us in the house.
All right. Thank you, Drew.
All right, thank you, bud.